7 strange things your cat can see and hear that you never will. And once you really understand this, those moments where your cat suddenly freezes, stares at a wall, or follows something that isn't there will stop feeling random because it's not random. It's just something your senses were never designed to detect. You've seen it happen. Your cat is walking normally, then suddenly it stops, its body goes still, its eyes lock onto something, and it stares like there's movement right in front of it. You look in the same direction, and there's nothing, no sound, no shadow, no movement, but your cat doesn't break focus, and that's the part that feels strange. Because from your perspective, nothing exists there, but from your cat's perspective, something absolutely does. And if you think it's ghost, you are totally wrong. Start with something simple. What you call darkness is not what your cat experiences. Their eyes are built to capture and reuse even the smallest amount of light. So a room that feels completely dark to you is still filled with shape and structure for them. They are not guessing their way through the night. They are navigating it clearly, which is why your cat can move fast, jump accurately, and react instantly even at 3 a.m. when you can barely see your own hand. Now take that a step further. There are parts of light your eyes simply cannot process. Tiny variations, faint patterns, subtle contrasts on surfaces that don't register in your brain at all, but do exist in your cat's visual system. So, when your cat stares at a corner, a wall, or an empty space, it might not be empty. It might be filled with details that your brain filters out completely. And here's where it starts to feel uncomfortable. Your cat doesn't just react to objects, it reacts to changes, to movement patterns so small that your brain ignores them. A tiny shift in air, a particle floating, something barely moving across a surface. To you, the room is still. To your cat, the room is constantly alive. Has this ever happened to you too? Tell me in comments. Now let's talk about sound, because this changes everything. Your hearing has limits. There is a range where everything simply stops, but your cat's hearing continues far beyond that. It can detect high-frequency sounds, distant signals, subtle mechanical noise, even small movements happening inside walls, which means when your cat suddenly turns its head or reacts to something you cannot hear, it is not imagining anything. It is responding to information that never reaches you. Then there is heat. Your cat doesn't just feel warmth, it reads it. It can detect subtle differences in temperature across surfaces and bodies, which is why it always finds the exact warm spot in a room without trying, and why it chooses very specific places to sit on you, not randomly, but precisely, almost like it is following a map of heat you cannot see. If you want to know more about your cat, hit like and subscribe. Now think about whiskers. Most people treat them like decoration, but they are actually one of the most advanced sensory tools your cat has. They detect tiny changes in air movement, pressure, and space, meaning your cat can sense something move near it without even seeing it. In low light or near darkness, it is still aware of its surroundings, still detecting, still reacting, almost like it has a second layer of perception on top of its vision. Your cat also detects changes in you before you even realize them yourself. Subtle shifts in your tone, your breathing, your posture, even small chemical signals your body releases, which is why sometimes your cat comes and sits near you when something feels off. Even if you didn't call it, even if you didn't move, it sensed the change before you fully understood it. And then there is something even harder to explain: orientation. There is growing evidence that cats can sense the Earth's magnetic field, which may help explain how some cats find their way back home over long distances without guidance. Meaning, when your cat sits still and looks into space, it might not be doing nothing. It might be aligning itself in a way your senses cannot interpret. And finally, the moment that always creates questions, late at night, when your cat stares into an empty hallway, or slowly follows something across the ceiling that you cannot see at all. You wave your hand, you check the space, nothing is there, but your cat continues tracking it with full focus, and that is where most people feel something strange. Because science does not say anything supernatural is happening, but it does say this: your cat experiences a version of reality that is far more detailed than yours, more movement, more sound, more signals, more information, constantly flowing. So the next time your cat reacts to something invisible, freezes, or follows something that doesn't exist to you, don't assume there is nothing there, because for your cat, something definitely is. It is just something your brain was never built to see or hear, and your cat is completely certain it is real.